Hey, welcome to the Go Ham Hour. Introducing background music.
Yup.
For once, I'm James.
I'm still Sam.
Yeah.
Also.
Man, did you hear that? That's the sound of you not having to listen to us just talking.
Yup.
And also simultaneously giving us an opportunity to actually maybe have something backup to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Turns out it's really hard to find an album that's about an hour long.
Yeah, a bunch that are like 54 minutes or 55.
Yeah, especially...
Or a bunch that are like 37.
Especially the punk albums. Like, the Minor Threat discography was only, what was it, 40 minutes or something?
40, something like
for like
that.
26 songs.
Wow.
Probably less, actually.
Probably.
Less minutes, not less songs.
Yeah.
So I just put it on my top 25 most played list on iTunes. So you're going to be hearing a lot of Franz Ferdinand, a lot of Foster the People, and some other artists sprinkled in there. By a lot, I mean like 4 or 5 songs by each of them. And then the rest are just little bits and pieces.
Little bits and pieces, that's what we like.
This is Been Caught Stealing by Jane's Addiction. This is really the only song I know by them. I have the whole album because of pet peeves where I don't like to have just one album of a song. Or one song of an album.
I can have as few songs from an album as I need. You know.
It just annoys me because it's probably just a pretentious thing where I'm just like, if I'm gonna like one song, I feel like I should at least pretend like I've given the rest of the music a chance.
I don't know. I'm not the same way.
No?
No. But there, there are plenty of albums where I have the whole album. But sometimes, like the Counting Crows album, August and Everything After. You know what I'm talking about, James.
I don't.
You don't at all?
Nah.
No, but it's got some really cool songs, and it's got some songs that are just kind of boring.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, James, you know what? I was on my way over here, and I was thinking, you know what I'm going to say to James?
What, Sam? What were you going to say to me?
Well, actually, it was more like a topic I was going to bring up. But
what topic were you going to bring to me?
I don't understand the sort of... I feel like there's a kind of a stigma around not being well-read, and I don't know why that's a thing. I mean, I guess I do know why it's a thing, but I don't think that should be a thing.
Yeah? Why? Defend your point.
Because, just because, a person doesn't read a lot doesn't mean that they're automatically not cultured. And I don't think there's any real merit to being all that well-read. I mean, it's no better than being well listened. For example, I think there's just as much merit to the fact that I listen to a lot of music as there is to anybody who does a lot of reading.
Realistically, you're probably right. But
realistically I am, right? Maybe not.
But,
no, there's always room for other viewpoints.
Reading, has that is associated with people, I don't know, it just has that association with it.
Yeah.
It's active to sit down and be like, I'm going to read a book. And it's active to say I'm going to sit down and listen to music, but you can put on music in the background and do whatever.
Yeah.
You can't just read a book in the background.
Well, you can read a book and not, actually read it. It's the same thing. Like, if I just
look at it... But then what's the point of reading the book?
Well, then what's the point of listening to the album?
That is a fair point, sir.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure what the point is. Well, I guess I know what the point is.
The point is, live your life. If you don't read a lot, there's no shame in that. If you just open books and look at the pictures, so be it.
Oh, I see what this is about. Sam, what if I told you that there are books with words in them, but just words?
What are you saying?
I'm saying that I might understand why you think that people shouldn't be forced to read so many books. Because people read books... reading is actually the action of translating written words. Like you see on, signs and stuff.
Right, or
there are whole
under
pages
for pictures.
full of that, yeah. They tell stories, they inform you on topics.
James, people tell stories.
What if I told you that people tell stories and they write them down so a person doesn't necessarily have to be there to tell you a story or record it with a microphone.
You know I'm going to need a big hug, James.
Yeah,
a
well...
big hug and someone to tell me that it's going to be okay.
Come, bring it in. Bring it in. Bring it in. There you go, champ.
You didn't tell me it was going to be okay, though.
It is going to be probably okay.
I'm bored of this topic. Let's move on.
Okay. I will talk about this. This
right.
right now is Primus. This is John the Fisherman. Probably one of the most, well, like their second most famous song, because the first is obviously Jerry Was a Race Car Driver. And I will say, Les Claypool, the bassist, is the only reason that I own a bass guitar.
Really?
Oh, he was such an inspiration, because I hear him doing this ridiculous shit. Hey, first swear. That's like the 5-minute mark.
Nice.
Well, like almost 6 minutes. I just hear him doing this ridiculous shit with his bass, and just making it make all these crazy sounds. And I was just like, I need to do that. I need to do that myself. And so I bought a bass from a friend of a friend for like $100. My first one. It was like a Fender off-brand. Like it was a sub-company of Fender.
Right. Squire by Fender?
It was
that's what my guitar is?
That's what my current bass is. My first one was a Pilot V. It was a 5-string. It was a D Armand. I don't know.
James, I think it's pronounced Darmond. It's like diamond, but with an R. It's kind of mineral.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, but I actually, when I got here, I was like, you know what, this bass kind of, like the what's the word I'm looking for? The action on it was really, really high. For people who don't use the string instruments, the action is the distance between the fretboard and the actual strings.
Therefore...
So a higher action is better for some instruments, but a lower action is better for some other instruments. And if you're playing slap technique, which is what Les uses, what he's most famous for, you want an action that's low, pretty low. And the action on that 5-string was hella high. So, and then I brought her down to, what's that called? The music shop that we went into. Woodsies, thank you. Woodsies, downtown Ken. Shout out.
Yep.
They don't care. We're not gonna get it. Yeah.
But also, there are copies of my EP at Woodsies.
Are there really?
Yeah.
You said that with a really prideful grin.
Oh.
I'm not shaming you for that. I just think it's very good that you're very proud of your baby like that.
I'm very proud. Although it's not my baby because I wouldn't sell my baby.
I would.
I mean, I guess if I was really in a pinch, if I needed to make rent or something.
You don't have to make rent. You live with your parents.
Well, yeah, it saves so much money.
And you don't have to deal with those annoying girls all the time.
Yeah, girls have cooties.
Alright, so this is going to be a long segue, but it'll be interesting in the end. So, you remember last podcast, we made up the story of Abstinence Man, right?
Yes.
So, I wrote it down in a book with some other ideas. Actually, I'm going to grab said book right now.
James is grabbing a book, and I'm not going to bring up any new topics.
Alright, the book was not very far away, so Sam did not have to...
new topics.
Yeah. Alright, so, I had a very interesting week. So I've got a bunch of these little things. They're like one line each. These, my friend, are sketches.
Oh.
That are going to be happening.
Nice.
When I say happening, I mean, I'm not sure I've told you about this, Samuel, but this week I became part of the Kent State TV2 sketch comedy show, Amateur Hour.
James, I'm proud of you.
Yeah, me too.
I'm going to slap you on the shoulder.
Thanks. That was pretty low for my shoulder.
Well, I mean, I count this whole area as shoulder.
Alright.
Never mind.
Alright.
I was going to talk about my anatomical definition of shoulder. But
I don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
But, yeah, I'm really excited. We had our first pre-production meeting yesterday. I'm not really involved in any of the sketches for the first episode. However, I am going to be writing one for episode 2.
Nice.
It's going to be called The Vegan Olympics. The main premise is it's obviously an athletic sporting event, but all the athletes are vegan, so they're all, like, skinny and malnourished.
Right.
It's gonna be, completely sponsored by organic local farms, and, I was thinking of, like, having, like, recycled grocery bags for, uniforms. Oh. Thing is, though, it's an idea, but I actually have to write the script, so that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
You can help me with that if you want.
If you need help,
Yeah. Because when I think comedy, I think Sam Kirkman.
that makes one of us.
Aww.
Well, I mean, no, it's not any kind of self-esteem thing. Don't worry.
You make me laugh, pal.
And that's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
You make me grimace affectionately.
I've never heard those two words paired together like that before.
I know it's a weird like thing, but I think it's possible.
I really wish that, just in this moment, I wish that this was like a visual podcast, just so I could have a, like, just showing us trying to grimace affectionately.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like, that's disgusting, but I like you anyway. Just like.
Exactly. Like if a friend were to be like, say something that you really, like, maybe
So,
is
Sam,
really weird.
it's like, I pretend like we've known each other for like 10 years. We're
Yeah.
like super close. It'd be like, so, did I ever tell you, or scooch real close.
Yeah, super close.
Did I ever tell you that I really like scat porn?
Scat? What does that even mean?
Do you not know what that is?
I know what scatting is. It's like, I'd be like, "Boop-bop-a-doo-bop-a-hippity-do."
So,
Actually,
taking
I
that
was
definition of
refer-
scat, what do you think scat porn is?
I think it's really jazzy and improvisational.
That's just a really funny image in my head. Oh, damn, I'm clipping the mic. Oh, I'm gonna turn down the volume a little bit. Hey, hopefully that doesn't fuck up our broadcast. Hey! So... I just imagine, like, the guy and girl just, like, going at it, but neither of them are moaning. They're both just, like, fucking scatting the whole time.
Wow, wow, wow. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, 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 oh. Hibbity-dibbity-do.
That's the finish. That's what he finishes.
Right?
We are awful people.
Yeah, I think there are worse people in the world.
That's true, but that doesn't really make us seem better. You are
Really?
shifting around a lot. Well, yeah. I mean, you can't take someone who, like murdered, like, a child by punching them in the face repeatedly, and be
Ow.
like, someone be like, they're an awful person. You can't be like, well, there were worse people at one point in time. Like, referring to serial
I'm
killers and
saying in
shit.
terms of, like, you and I, like, you and I saying, what were we just talking about? You and I defining scat porn
Yes.
is not that bad compared to someone murdering a child by punching them in the face. Basically, like, we didn't hurt anybody just now, so we're okay.
Very true.
What if someone is like, scat porn sounds like a great idea, and then they hurt themselves? Does that mean that we hurt them?
Probably.
I don't think so. Because we didn't tell you to try it. Don't try that at home, kids. Or adults.
So let me tell you what scat porn actually is.
You're gonna ruin this in my head.
I really am.
Yeah.
I really am. Because the other situation is, like, you get curious and then you go home and you Google scat porn and you're scarred for life.
Probably wouldn't actually do that.
You're right. You wouldn't Google it. You'd use Bing.
No, I wouldn't.
No one ever does.
Nope.
Anyways, scat porn is the sexualization of using poop in a sexual context. So, like, just turned on by poop.
James, earlier I jokingly said that I would need a hug. And that let me know that everything was going to be okay.
Yeah.
But now, I'm so far beyond that I think I'm better now.
Yeah.
That's really weird.
You've just you've come full circle.
Yeah.
You're just like, wow. It's like you've just hit level 2 of tolerance.
Or
You're like, wow, I can hear a lot worse things now.
I mean, I knew that was something that existed. I just didn't.
Yep, it's called scat.
That's just ruined.
Now that I know that you knew that existed, I feel really bad for ruining the image of scat porn to you.
No, you know what? Because I am such a whatever you want to call me. I'm still gonna picture it as being what I imagine it being.
All right. Let me turn this down a little bit. I'm looking at our levels.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, I've been around the internet for a while, so there's like some fucked up shit on there.
I bet.
Plus, like, I've always been, like, fascinated with the concept of, like, weird fetishes. And I try to, like, I don't, like, intensely study them because I know I'm going to see something I regret.
Right.
But, like, it's really interesting to look at human sexuality with a sort of cultural relativism.
Huh.
Because you just, like, these people know that it's out of the ordinary. and they do it knowing inside the other neighbor, but they like have this like stronger sense of community between each other because of it. Like it's like a lot of wow, this is a really weird episode.
Sounds kind of like being left-handed. Strong sense of community, something
right,
that people don't
like,
understand.
you know, you could not know someone, but you like, hey, left-handed, like, you automatically have that, like, list of struggles.
Yeah.
Only this is with your penises and vaginas.
Yeah. You know, speaking of which, I was in my my human evolution lab earlier.
Yes.
There are a bunch of left-handed people in that class. You know, the instructor is left-handed, and it's like one of the left-handed people that's not like a crazy left-handed teacher. Like some left-handed teachers are like on the wrong end of things. But this one is pretty.
They're on the left side of the spectrum.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Well, you know, they're yeah.
What?
They're crazy.
Is that really a stereotype of left-handed people?
No. They're just like, you know. Well, I mean, to be fair, there can be crazy people left or right-handed, and I say crazy here not in like a clinical sense, just in like a I don't get along with them sense. You know how people you don't get along with.
So you don't get along with them, therefore they're like crazy.
No. I mean, like just that casual use of the word.
Got it.
Like if I were to say, James, you're crazy.
Got it. So you're just saying
or
that,
if like somebody did something.
They're rambunctious. 2 Foster the People songs in a row on the same album. How about no? Another Primus song. I'll let it happen.
Yeah, I mean, you only have so many artists. I mean, you have a finite number of artists, James.
Yeah,
and
well,
there are only
plus
25 songs.
Yeah, I don't want to like skip too many.
Exactly.
I just want to. Can we appreciate this bass line for a second? And that's the reason I own a bass.
I love like when like the bass lines, they sound so low that it's just like a sub, like it's almost too low to hear. Like it sounds more like a punch than a note.
Yeah, well that's what the slap technique is.
Yeah,
You're just like
yeah.
Oh my god.
We just did like the same motion with our hands.
Yeah. Oh, it's so much fun, dude.
Oh yeah.
I could play this song. I'm really proud of that too.
Nice.
Oh, it's so much fun.
You know, probably my favorite bassist is Carlos Dengler, Interpol's bassist.
I've never listened to Interpol, so.
Well, their song "Obstacle 1" was basically the song that made me feel like it was okay to be into modern music. Like up until like maybe like 7th or 8th grade. No, more like 6th or 7th grade. I didn't really have much of an appreciation for music that came out after, well, the music that my parents didn't listen to. Because up until that point, that was where I was musically. They were
right. I feel that.
I got Guitar Hero 4 for Christmas one year, and Obstacle 1. Yeah, Obstacle 1 was on that, and at that time I didn't even play guitar. I at that point I was pretty much. I thought I was really into drawing and stuff like that. Like, I had actually gotten to the point where I wasn't really bad at it.
Whoa.
Yeah. But then...
I could tell from our Go Ham Hour drawing.
I know, right? It's hard to believe that I ever actually thought I was
I'm surprised you stopped drawing. Because that's a beautiful picture and I love it.
Well, thank you. But anyway, like I listened to Obstacle 1. And I listened to it so much. Like, my brother and I both really liked that. And then it was like around the same time I got into the Strokes. And then that's when the shit hit the fan, James.
Nice.
It's a different story than that, but I just don't feel like telling it because it's not that interesting to anybody other than me.
That's alright, I feel that. No, like, I had the same thing where, like, because you and me probably share the same hatred of pop music.
I don't know if I'd say it hatred. I just don't really like.
I don't like it, and some pop music I just straight up hate.
Well, yes,
I don't like
that stuff.
I just don't like the concept of it too. Like the popular stuff that's always on the radio and always like playing, and fucking like JCPenney and that is like they're all basically the same song. And as someone, I grew up listening to a lot of Beck, and for people that don't know Beck, his lyrics are complete nonsense, usually. They're just completely just random words all the time. So I blame that for the fact that like I usually don't listen to music for the words. I listen to it for the sound of the music itself. That's why I love bands like Primus and like Modest Mouse that like I just love the sound of them, even if like the vocalists aren't necessarily good. Like especially like I know Isaac Brock of Modest Mouse, like he's not traditionally a good singer. I just love how he sounds.
Yeah, his voice is really effective.
Yeah. Or like Les Claypool is an alright vocalist, but I listen to it for the bass. I mean, well, and Larry Lalonde's pretty freaking great, and also Brain on the drum set is pretty ridiculous. But I can only listen to one of those parts at once, because if I try to listen to more than one at a time, my brain and or testes would explode.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah.
With like 2 extra sets of vowels, like
Hashtag real talk.
R-E-A-E-A-L.
Hashtag real talk.
You know, Real Talk is also a song by Block Party. It's a good song. Block Party is kind of hit or miss for me, but Real Talk is really good. That's a good song.
Never heard it. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna talk about. Is like my music taste was shaped like by my parents. Like
right.
You know, like you said, that's where I was going with the pop music thing. Because like
right.
I didn't listen to the radio really much at all. I listen to NPR a lot because I really like to keep informed of my politics. I'm sorry. Anyway, I would usually just listen to CDs or whatever. And, oh, this is such a good song. Thank you for the middle fingers, Chris. Anyways, I would just listen to my parents' music, which was awesome. Don't get me wrong. Like, Ryan got me into Modest Mouse and, like, Radiohead. I had Primus and Beck and some other stuff from my mom. And, like, a bunch of other artists that they introduced me to slowly, like the Flaming Lips. And,
your parents were into a lot more modern stuff than mine?
Well, they stuck around the 90s, but, like, they both worked my stepdad and my mom both worked at a Sam Goody for a short period of time, so some of their friends there would just, like, have them listen to new shit all the time, and that's how they got into a lot of artists. But then, like, after years and years of having the same library and just, like, listening to the same songs on repeat, even though they were, like, 500 in my playlist,
right.
Listening to them on repeat, like, I knew all the words to fucking everything. And one day I was just like, I can't do this anymore. And so I just like looked up, like, I went to a website that you just go to and you just enter in an artist and it tells you a bunch of similar artists. And I did that for like 5 of my favorite artists, and I downloaded like albums from like 10 different people, and I just got really into it. Mm-hmm. And that's where like I got my REM and my Reverend Horton Heat and my Foster the People, and what else do I have in here? Just a bunch of shit. Neutral Milk Hotel came from that as well, and Ugly Casanova. That's like Isaac Brock's like side project thing. It's really good, really good. And then when I was working at the consignment shop back home this Christmas break, my boss Beth, she was really awesome, and she's really into punk rock, and I was interested. And I was like, Beth, just give me music, just a bunch of music. So she did. She gave me a shitload of music. So I've got like Rancid, The Spike is a Pipe Bomb, Rage Against the Machine. I've also got some stuff like Murder by Death, Minor Threat, stuff like that. And I love it. Descendants is another one. The bassist for Rancid is freaking mind-blowing. It's just... There's a solo in the first song of... And Out Come the Wolves that is like just amazing. In fact, after this song I might go play it because it's really, really good. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Alright.
Anyways, so I'm slowly expanding, and then my friend Dominic, like I was telling you, I have like my library says it has about like 45 gigs of music on it. But in reality it only has like 10. Because Dominic gave me a shitload of his music, and I didn't actually download it the right way, because I'm an idiot. Yeah. Alright, so this is Rancid. I love this song so much. This album is really good. I'm gonna turn this up.
I like the sound. I like the production is really cool.
Yeah. I'm going to turn it back down, but I'm going to definitely put it up for the bass solo because it's amazing. Oh my god. Well, actually, like, listen to the bass line now, even. Like, he's just kind of, like, all over the place. The bass player for Alice Cooper's original band was also really good. He's just like, I really wish I could put together melodies like he could. I don't know. I need to get back into teaching myself how to play bass because it really interests me.
Right.
And I have like a naturally good rhythm. Not to shoot my own horn, but oh. Like,
so yeah, basically, yeah.
Basically. Because he's playing the bass.
Right.
Anyways, back to the original playlist. Oh, Jesus. What's on your mind, Sam? I've been talking my ass off.
I know, yeah.
I've been really excited. It's been a good week. I'm really excited about that sketch comedy.
I know, that's pretty awesome.
Actually,
I'm
gonna bounce some of these ideas off of you and the 3 listeners, and you can give me your real-time reaction. Your like evaluation,
right,
so to speak, and maybe if you're listening and you want to leave a comment, evaluating what I say, or if you just want to tell me to eat shit, you can do that too. I don't know. It's free country. It's free internet.
I guess so. Yeah.
It's a free internet.
But James has feelings. Everyone. James is a human being. He has a heart. Please don't tell him to eat shit.
Don't really concern my feelings that much. It's text on a screen. I'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
I don't really have many feelings in person, honestly.
Okay.
If somebody in person walked up to me and was like, "Eat shit," I'd be like, "All right." Not like, "All right, show me the pile," but like,
okay, everyone, never mind. Don't take James' feelings into account.
Hey, so these sketches. I told you about the Vegan Olympics.
Yeah.
I really like that one.
Yeah.
The Sad Bachelor Cooking Show. So, no, listen. Stop laughing.
I think that was a hit.
So,
as opposed
it's
to
gonna be like an intro of like this guy and his girlfriend have like this cooking show, and it's like a happy intro with like the both of them. It's like, hey, it's Mike and Jan. Like, they have a cooking show. They're like a couple. And then like the first shot after the intro is just like him, just like standing at a counter. It's like all like no background noise. It's like, hey guys, so just me today. Today we're gonna be making SpaghettiOs from a can because I'm an utterly useless human being. So it's just like throughout the episode, he's just like every time he fucks something up, he just like he'll like drop the can opener and just like start crying. Okay, moving on. Sketch idea. Man is building, he really likes model planes. He's building a model plane, and he accidentally solves the Malaysian airline flight disappearance. He, like, throws the plane and it just disappears. I have, a bunch of these are, like, really short. Insensitive Doctor. I just have, like, a guy coming in and, like, seeing the doctor, and he, like, goes through this, like, really embarrassing problem, and the doctor's just like... Oh, that's fucking weird, dude. That's it. That's like my whole idea. Guy's setting up a printer. He's having trouble. He realizes the reason he's having trouble... You already heard this song. He realizes that the reason he's having trouble is because printers all have, like, individual personalities, and that's the reason everyone has these trouble with printers, is because they're not matched with the right printer. So he finds, like, a printer dating site. That one's kind of long. This one's stupid. On a dating profile, a guy says that he's a lady killer, and he like keeps making jokes about it, and then in person, he's like, alright, I've got the knife, like, let's do this. And she's like, ha, you, and he's like, it says I'm a killer, like, I'm going to kill you. Alright, well.
That's dark, but that's...
Idea. Guy is in class, he's like tapping his desk, you know, like...
Yeah.
Like a drummer. Like,
I was doing that earlier with my feet. Someone
really
made me stop.
annoyingly. Yeah, and then someone's just like, dude, can you stop? And he's like, if only they knew. And then it cuts to like him like doing this big like finger tapping solo on a book on stage, and then he like stands up and like the crowd just roars.
That's good.
A bunch of friends are hanging out, and like a guy gets a phone call, and he answers it. It was like a regular ringtone. And then someone else in the friend group gets a phone call or a text, and they have like a funny ringtone. Everyone's like, "Hey, that's a funny ringtone." And then this guy gets a phone call that's like, or he gets a text message, but the tone is like the sound of somebody getting straight up murdered. It's just like a woman screaming bloody murder, and like her telling him to stop, and like bludgeoning noises, and it's a text message, but the noise just goes on forever. He's like, "Oh, guess that's me." Man, these are dark.
Yeah.
I have terrible show written here. I guess it's just like a thing that this is like a running joke that I've been doing myself recently. I don't know how to work it into any sketches. But just like, they put on a voice, and I have this guy like pitch like awful ideas. Like, it's a sketch idea. Guy goes to meet his roommate. His roommate's a lizard. That's a sketch. And he just like looks at you.
Yeah. that could be like a kind of running thing. Like every show, you could have like just the guy
like a
walks
writing
in,
workshop.
The guy walks in like, "Guys, I have it this time." Okay, so guy goes to meet his roommate. His roommate's a lizard. Huh?
What I like about it is like the way that I use the character to like mumble through shit. It was like, he walks in, roommate's a lizard.
Right?
He just puts stuff down on the bed, it's a lizard. A guy needs to write a sketch, but he can't think of a sketch. It turns out he wasn't actually writing a sketch. This is a sketch idea. They're just like completely like awful. They're like not even funny, but the way you say it, it's good. A guy I was auditioning with, we came up with an idea for like a dual set of like recurring characters. They're named Clarence and Hank, and they're like the worst people, like just the most annoying to be around. They're like those kids that you dealt with in high school that like thought they were super cool, but nobody hung out with them.
Oh, like me? No.
But you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The guys are like really cocky, but like absolutely nobody wants to deal with them, and they have their own group, and they're just like, they're assholes. But these guys are like super nerdy too. So like the other guy, his name's Brandon, he's gonna be Hank, and like Hank talks with a shy lisp because that's who all the cool kids sound like. I apologize to anyone with a side lisp. Actually, if you do have a side lisp, I'd like to talk to you because I find speech impediments kind of fascinating.
Really? You
Fun
find
fact.
a lot of things fascinating.
Fun fact, Isaac Brock has a speech impediment.
I'm not surprised.
That's why. Yeah, that's why in his like, especially in the earlier songs, he does a lot of like backtracking and like recording lyrics over lyrics and shit to like drown himself out, basically. Anyways, there's Hank. That's gonna be his character, and then my character's gonna be Clarence. He just like talks directly through his nose. And he's like completely oblivious to like people's interests that aren't his. He's just like, he'd go to a sandwich shop and he'd order this really specific sandwich. Like, he just really wants this specific kind of bread that they don't have. But it'd be really nice if could you just like make it for me? Like, I don't care if it takes, I'll wait. I'll just be right here. I don't have anything else to do. Dude, that's a nice computer. Do you have Minecraft? Oh my god, I love Minecraft. PewDiePie plays these freaking great Minecraft videos. He's so funny. I can tell by your face that he's like, you're already annoyed by him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's so annoying. Yeah. I get annoyed just saying the voice. Honestly, I'm just like, oh god, I'm gonna shoot myself every time. I also think that I made the other character's name be Hank because Clarence speaks through his nose, so he could just be like, Hank! It sounds like someone's stepping on a duck, Jesus Christ. Like somebody like fell on a pile of those bike horns.
I was like, bike horns? What? Oh, bike horns? Okay.
Yeah. Bike horns.
Yeah.
Bike horns. They sell you. Ha! That's a recurring joke. I'm clipping the microphone.
Yes.
We just like completely jumped into this shit, so I didn't even like set up the levels very well or anything.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's okay.
We're not professional. Wow, we're only a half hour in.
What?
I feel like I'm exhausted. Sam, please talk, because I've been talking a lot.
Yeah, but I will say, James, it's been a popping off week for you.
It really has. Also, I think it makes up for all the times that, like, you're carrying the content of the podcast. And I'm over here, like, eating sandwich and texting.
I've never really thought of myself as carrying this.
Aw, you really do. There's a reason I don't do the podcast by myself, Sam.
I thought it was supposed to be we were friends.
No,
your friendship means nothing to me.
Wow.
No, it does.
Damn.
It does.
Ouch.
I just thought I'd slip that in there. By the way, I'm wearing the shirt, one of the shirts he gave me.
Yay! I like how you're wearing a t-shirt under a v-neck.
I know, but
That's not redundant.
I would be so cold.
Also true.
Like, cause like people who don't know me, which is gonna probably everybody. I'm usually cold. And I have to wear like.
You're as cold as ice.
Yeah, I'm willing to sacrifice our love. I know you've seen it before. It happens all the time.
Wow, you actually.
I've read the next line. I know. I
don't know any of the words except for your cold as ice.
Yeah, like if I don't wear 2 shirts and a hoodie, I'm cold, and then I'm probably still cold.
This Pepsi's kind of flat.
That's a flat Pepsi. Usually the tops of liquids are flat unless they're being tousled by wind.
Tousled by wind, huh?
Tousled by Wind is my new band. It's like a.
On the drum set, it's not a name; it's just a picture of a tumbleweed.
Yeah. Tousled by Wind is like it's part metal band, part not metal band.
You know what? This is a song from the same artist and the same album, but it's such a good song. I'm gonna let it go.
Yeah.
I love the bass line for this too.
I've never really listened hard to the bass line. Okay, but that is pretty cool.
We'll listen to it after the podcast, like, in detail. It's so good.
I listen to this album all the time.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. And, like, this, listening to Franz Ferdinand and playing the bass lines has gotten me into playing with a pick. I like it a little bit.
I always play with a pick.
Bass, or?
Either.
Oh.
I mean, maybe sometimes.
See, there's a big stigma about playing bass with a pick.
I know
a lot of
there
bass
is.
players just like, oh, you play with a pick?
I know.
But it's like, it depends on the sound you're going for.
Yeah.
Also,
What works
don't
for
be
you.
a dick.
Yeah, honestly.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Who throws a cupcake? Honestly. Damn, I haven't seen that movie in a long time. Did you get that reference?
Austin Powers.
Yeah!
I was thinking Who Throws a Shoe from the first one.
Yeah.
I've only seen the first one.
Oh.
I think Mike Myers
Still
might be
got the
left-handed.
fucking-
I honestly forget, but I think he might be.
Every time, huh? Every time.
I have to get that even more memorized. I haven't looked at it in a while.
You know what you should do is carry around a scroll with you?
I
not
should.
Not a notebook, a scroll.
scroll?
So you could just unroll it.
Hold on there. He's left-handed.
This is the loudest scroll I've ever heard. Also, I'm pretty sure you don't roll up a scroll by just pushing the ends together.
It would be a custom scroll, dude. dude, we have phones that I can say, call James, and it'll call James. I can make a scroll that I can push closed.
Hold on, we have devices that can do this. Hold on, let's see how this happens. Siri, tell me a dirty word. Oh, it's loading.
It's loading.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Alright, fair enough.
Tell me a word.
Oh.
Tell me a word about, like, being physically dirty. Like, dirt, or unclean, or... Oh.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Siri, give me synonyms for dirty.
Looking. Okay, check it out.
Nice! Dude, it gave me a fucking list.
Nice!
That's actually pretty awesome that I can just be like, give me synonyms for this, and it gives them to me. It's not even a Google search result, it's actually the result, like, it's... Soiled, unclean, filthy, lousy, contaminating, pestiferous, dingy, muddied, muddy, foul, marked up, ill-gotten, cheating, unsporting, unsportsmanlike, sordid. Alright. This song is also good. However, I cannot listen to the song. I can't hear this song without thinking of the torture scene from Reservoir Dogs.
Never seen Reservoir
You've
Dogs.
never seen Reservoir Dogs?
Not really the torture scenes either. They really messed me up for a few days.
Well, really?
Yeah.
It's... I really want to watch Reservoir Dogs with you. It's like, it's
Ugh.
not like as bad as your normal torture scene. There's nothing dealing with teeth, which is, like, that's something I don't do well with. Like, in movies and stuff, when, like, someone's, like, ripping out teeth. Oh, God. No. That's why, like, if/when I have to get my wisdom teeth pulled, I know that it's a lot more expensive. I'm going under, alright? They're putting me under. Because I'm not going through that. It terrifies me just to think about it, honestly. Because even if they apply local anesthetic, like, I understand that they would do that regardless. However, you could still feel it pulling out of you, and on top of that, you can fucking hear it. You can hear it ripping out of your head, dude. Trigger warning.
That's messed up.
That's why, alright, so Ashley, she got her wisdom teeth pulled. And, like, when I first started dating her, and I, like, stayed, she took the longest fucking time brushing her teeth. And I was like, what? It's like, and she would just sit there and just brush and brush and brush and brush and brush and brush and brush. And I'd be like...
You said brush so many times.
She brushes her teeth for a long time, dude. And she, like, does mouthwash and everything afterwards. So her mouth is very clean. But I was just like, Mel, maybe she just likes her teeth really clean. Whatever, I can respect that. No, it's okay. We can hold hands. It's fine.
Actually, I sort of scratched James'
very,
neck
they're very clammy, like sweaty.
I'm cursed.
So you just hot for me. Anyways,
Definitely not.
I just figured it was like, you know, maybe that's her thing. It's a little weird. Whatever. Like, I'm not gonna complain that she keeps her teeth really clean because I don't want to date someone with stinky breath. I mean, that goes without saying. So, I think we just got talking about wisdom teeth one day, and she told me that she was basically, like, fucking traumatized by hearing it ripping out of her skull. Like, and, like, on top of that, before she even needed to get her wisdom teeth out, she had gone to the dentist, and she had, I think it was, like, 9 cavities. So, like... that prompted her to take care of her teeth really, really well. And then she had to hear 4 teeth being pulled out of her skull. Hear them. And feel them. I mean, not painfully, but still feel the pressure.
Yeah.
So now she takes like 20 minutes to brush her teeth. And I was like, you know what? Not gonna bother you about that. It's fair enough. I don't know about you, but like, I keep my teeth clean, and like, that's,
yeah,
you know, and like, I feel like people don't think I do because my teeth have like a yellow tinge to them.
Well, I mean,
They're
I think
stained.
I mean,
Well, teeth are naturally kind of yellowish.
Teeth are not as white as commercials make them out.
Yeah,
They should be.
and it's just like, it's not like my teeth are dirty. They're just, I blame like all the tea I drink. I drink a lot of fucking tea. I love this song.
That's a good one.
It's like, I hate playing the songs that like makes bands famous, but it's a good song. This is my best song to play on acoustic too. I can do the best of this song. Anyways, people think that I have dirty teeth because they're stained. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, do you get that? Jesus, I'm talking a lot this podcast.
Hey, feel free.
Do you? Well, thank you for your permission, Samuel.
I mean, you know what I mean. Like, rock on.
Rock on, right? Let's high five. Rock on. Rock on. That was a good high five.
That was good.
Look at that. Look at that
Yeah.
solid high five soundbite. Oh my god, that's good.
I somehow knew you were gonna say solid and soundbite right there.
Yeah?
Yep.
We're connected.
Yep.
Anyways, do you get that feeling like you're getting ready for bed, right? You getting your new PJs, or you're like your onesie, or what
Get
have
on
you?
my peanut butter and jelly, yes.
Yeah, you get on your peanut butter J's, and I just imagine shoes made of peanut butter. Anyways, so I get this phenomenon where like I brush my teeth every night, but some nights I'll just like lay down for a second, and I'm so tired and so comfortable that I'm like, oh, there's no way I'm getting up now. Like, you haven't brushed your teeth yet, you're just like, I'm just so cozy, and you fall asleep, and then the next morning you just like wake up and you're just like, oh god, I hate myself. Like, cause you know, like, when your morning breath is awful to you, like, it tastes bad to you, you know that you fucked up. Like, I can't drink soda, like, anytime before I go to bed, because it just, like, it stays in my mouth, and I wake up and it's like...
Well, I mean, one thing for me, like, sometimes when you can feel, like, the plaque on your teeth, that is one of the most annoying feelings to me. Like, I cannot abide that. Sometimes I'll just brush my teeth in the middle of the day.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I hate the feeling of having my teeth not be clean.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Ugh. And then... This is, like, only semi-related. You ever get that where, like, you ate, like, something, like, hours ago, and it had pepper in it, and then, like, later in the day, you, like, find, like, one tiny, like, piece of something in your mouth, so you just, like, move it, and, like, you just bite it, and it was, like, a single grain of black pepper, and you're just like, oh, this is a mildly unpleasant experience.
I feel like I've probably had that happen before.
Yeah, I've only had it happen a few times, but it's always a very unique experience, because you're just like, oh, there's something in my mouth, I'm just gonna chew it, like, and then it's just like, oh, that was actually food.
Yeah. Why would there be food in my mouth?
Oh god. Oh man, it was the worst though. Eating popcorn and having the kernels like in
Yes.
your... Ugh.
For that and other reasons, I don't eat much popcorn. I don't really like popcorn all that much.
Yeah.
I don't think it's really worth it.
Unless it's like really cheesy.
Even
Cheesy popcorn.
maybe even especially then for me. It's not my thing.
Ooh, or like I like caramel popcorn. I don't like caramel, but I like caramel popcorn. Oh, we already heard this. That's what I get for playing another song. Yeah, White Stripes.
Yeah, and also the song didn't get in.
Yeah,
The first song to play.
shut it. Shh. Implying
Sorry.
that this isn't completely impromptu.
It was practically. I mean, I got here today expecting like just the usual, and James was like, "Hey Sam, background music," and I was like, "Okay." So this was relatively impromptu.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just destroyed the mystique.
We destroy the mystique like every episode, though.
That's right.
Dude, I wish I still had a bleep button. I deleted it.
It's okay.
I deleted...
See, I can still do that.
That was very loud and annoying.
Sorry. I didn't realize how loud it was.
I think it was just like that. It was right in my ear, and you went way up in the frequency.
Yeah.
Dude, I made a thing. Check this out.
Dude,
All right,
I
so
made a thing.
Chris gave me these, Are you familiar with those rubber band guns that are like revolvers?
Yes.
That you like can like that has a gear and you can like set like 6
Yeah.
on there? Yeah. So, let me... Ugh. I'm just gonna say, because I'm gonna talk about this for a hot minute.
James just got up and
Yeah.
said that he had a thing.
Well,
and then
because
he sat back.
I'm gonna reveal it as a surprise.
Yeah. Okay.
So Chris gave me 2 of those, which is awesome. They're great for
Yeah.
shooting rubber bands, obviously, because that's what they're made for.
But they're also
And
great for stirring coffee.
For a second, I thought you were gonna say stirring cocks, and I was like, that doesn't make sense. For 1, for 2, why are cocks on your mind that much?
And why would... Never mind.
Yeah,
No,
it just
coffee.
doesn't make sense. Anyways,
Shame on you for thinking that.
my buddy Jared and I, we discovered a long time ago that if you hold a playing card in
If
a
you
rubber...
hold a key on a kite in a lightning storm, yes, we know. Ben Franklin was left-handed. Carry on.
We discovered that if you hold a playing card just right with a rubber band, you can fire them really accurately and really fucking far.
Huh.
Like, I've shot him, we would hold battles with them, and I've
Right.
shot him with them so hard that, like, I've made him bleed. Not like gushing blood,
But yeah, like,
but
still,
like a red line, like, is in his back, and there's, like, you can wipe, and there's, like, a little bit of blood on it.
Wow.
Yeah. So I took that concept at one point, and I like make these like rudimentary like. Sometimes I'll get an inspiration to like just make a device. Sometimes it's very
Right.
rare. That's where like this hand came from,
Right.
and I had this just big long like rectangle of wood. It was just a like really long square, and I carved out like a slot in the back all the way through. And I put a nail there to be a trigger, and I set it up. I made a card rifle. I would load up a card, and I would just fire it. It wasn't as accurate as shooting it with your hand, but it was hella powerful.
Oh,
I
yeah.
could stand in front of my house and shoot it into the backyard, dude. Oh, it was great.
Wow.
And I dismantled that because I made like some of those, you know, those like tongs that you use to like grab things.
I
They're
think
fun.
so.
Yeah, I made a pair of those, I guess. I don't know why I decided to make those. After I made them, I was like, this invention is a lot shittier than the card rifle. Also, it was already an invention.
Right.
So anyways, I have I have two of the rubber band guns. Like here, I'll show you one. This one's got a bent.
Yeah, but I like that exact thing.
Yeah, so they're super cool. And so I was like, I found a deck of playing cards that I brought from home, and I was like, oh, what if I made a little card gun? So I got like some binder clips and some wires and zip ties and electrical tape. And I made a play card gun.
Nice. That's crazy.
So I just seat the card in this saddle here, and I just like load this up. Nope. And I just
Wow.
yeah. And this is a binder clip with like some paper in it.
Oh yeah.
Maybe there's a whole just saddle. Let me load it up. It doesn't shoot nearly as far as the rifle did, obviously.
I bet.
But it's still pretty. It's a pretty good novelty item to be able to like. And also like I'm happy with my saddle design because like the card stays in there pretty well.
Yeah.
Which is a big improvement over my last design. I don't know. I get these kicks sometimes, and shoots pretty accurately.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Hi, Chris. No, I was just talking about the card gun. That was probably the most accurate shot I've ever had.
Huh.
Hi, Reagan. We're podcasting.
We are.
Don't yell anything stupid.
Stupid!
Ha 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 ha!
That's a
Good
really
joke,
evil
Reagan.
sounding laugh.
Good
That's
joke.
I mean, I have a lot
It was
of
a
good
great
jokes.
joke. I've got a joke. Reagan's life. Another joke. Reagan's face. Third joke. Reagan.
I feel like those are not really
Chris is dancing.
complex.
What is my life even?
Your life is a joke, too.
Reagan, have you seen my card gun?
You have a card gun?
Yeah.
Dude, I have one of those.
Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah, it's at home.
A rubber band gun or a card gun?
A rubber band gun.
Yeah, that's right.
It's under my bed. When my cat sneaks in.
For those of you listening, I tried to spin the gun on my finger like a cowboy would, and I just kind of tilted it upside down and then wiggled it around.
What card is that?
Play by the rules.
Play by the rules.
Because I didn't know if I was ever going to use my actual deck of cards.
Didn't know if you were ever going to play by the rules.
Shut up.
James makes his
Alright.
own rules, basically.
Bye, guys.
See you later.
Bye, people.
Yeah. They're listening, totally. They're not. Would you like to shoot the card gun?
I'll give it a try. What if I try to shoot it and it catches on fire? That would suck.
You run. You fucked up! You fucked up! Just make sure you don't put it past the angle there. Because then you just slide it back like all the way to the plastic. And there you go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Boomerang. It came right back to
And like
me.
you know that it shoots pretty hard because look at the edges of the card.
Yeah, they're beat up.
Yeah. But like I still like, even though that's really cool to have that as a gun, I still prefer shooting the cards. Yeah, it's really easy too. But it's one of those things that you see someone else do it and you're like, whoa!
Yeah.
But then they show you how to do it and you're like, oh. This is such a good album.
Yeah.
Oh wow, we're almost at an hour already.
Wow.
This last part of the podcast has probably been very lacking for anyone listening.
Probably.
If people really are interested in seeing the card gun, leave a comment. I'll maybe post a video or a picture or a series of pictures in a row with audio. Oh wait, I've just invented the video.
What would a video be, James?
Yes.
Okay, me too.
Yeah. Same. Oh shit. Dude, my Snapchat is blowing up. You know what?
What?
I'm gonna do this for the listeners that don't know me, which is like 2, probably.
Maybe even.
If you want to Snapchat the Go Ham Hour, or really just me,
Yeah.
It's just me, because Sam doesn't... Well, I don't have a phone that supports Snapchat. I mean, technically it does, but I don't... No, I don't. But I Snapchat with my iPad. So if you want to Snapchat me, you can Snapchat me at Fertilulz. That is FERTEHLULZ.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah, I don't
You know,
know.
like,
I don't have Snapchat.
like I did it for the lulz. Only for the lulz is usually taken, so I just spell it like an asshole.
Right, me too. Always have, always
Yeah.
will.
You know, I wonder if it's actually possible to make like a revolving one. That'd be really freaking cool.
I haven't really.
Dang.
The only thing that I've ever really made that I can think of right now is back before I had a drum set.
Uh-huh.
I had to sort of devise my own drum set, and I just put it together with a bunch of tape and stuff. But then I built my own fake bass drum pedal out of a bunch of stuff I had lying around,
Nice.
like an old mallet, because I played bells in 5th grade.
Uh-huh. You know what I could do?
What?
Take this rubber band and add a bunch of other rubber bands so they could be all strung up at once and actually fire it like it would be a rubber band gun, only I would just have to load up a card every time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll play around with it. I'm pretty happy with this as
Yeah,
a
I think
prototype.
it's a pretty good. Yeah.
I think it's really interesting.
Yeah.
Can I shoot that picture?
Ah.
The card bent. The card's too bent. But if it wasn't bent, I would have totally shot it.
Yeah.
Probably. Maybe.
Totally would have probably shot it.
And 20% of the time, it works every time. So, I don't know if you know this about me, Sam, but I go through these phases socially where I fluctuate between I'm okay with all the people in my life right now, and I fluctuate between that and I need to know everybody that I don't know right now. I need to know all of the people. So I've been like going on a major stint of like hitting up all of my social like media my social media means of meeting new people that are
Right.
like the seedy websites like fucking like Omegle and
Don't even know what that is.
it's really
Don't need
it's,
to hear.
I mean it's really simple. It's chat. You can do video or just text, and it just pairs you up with a random person. Yeah. It's really funny because it started off like, well, and it was like chat roulette and Omegle were there, and but as you would expect from the internet, a lot of people are just masturbating.
I bet.
Yeah, a lot of people just have the camera on their junk, masturbating. And Omegle for the longest time was like, if you're caught doing this, you'll be banned if you're like streaming inappropriate activity, blah blah blah. I don't mean that in a mocking way, as in like, I support people jerking in on camera. I don't at all. I'm not even sure how the thought process goes of like, I bet people will love this. Anyways, so they were like very anti anything adult for a long time, which is good. And then like, and then I went back there after like probably over a year of not touching it, and they had like caved to the point to where like there was the regular chat section, and then there's the uncensored chat section. So they were like, guys, stop. No, really, stop. Alright, fine, here's your own. I just thought it was really funny.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. And then there's places like, oh god. I'm gonna out myself right here. I use Tinder.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's pretty, yeah. It's one of those things where, like, I don't know, I'm sure a lot of people are like, yeah, I use Tinder, but me, I, like, have to, like, come out using Tinder. I'm like, I use Tinder. Because there's just, like, such a stigma of, like, swiping left or right based on how a person looks. Because usually the people don't add anything to their profiles.
Right.
And it's just like,
I know very little about Tinder.
it's really simple. It's just like you put up pictures of you, and you add like a little about you, and then it tells, like, you link it with your Facebook. It doesn't post anything on your Facebook, but it's just to tell people if you have like mutual friends and or mutual interests.
Right.
And that's basically it. And then it tells you when you and another person liked each other, and then you talk or don't talk, as happens to me a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I'm always, I know, like, I don't expect, like, everyone to talk to me because I'm a random person on the internet who owns a penis. Like,
Oh yeah, me too.
women, because okay, I usually talk to girls because I tend to not have a lot in common with dudes, honestly. You know, guys a lot of times are like into their sports ball and their
Yeah, I know what you mean.
hockey porn. I don't know.
Exactly. That hockeygraphical pornography
Yeah.
is great.
So I don't know, and just like, it's really funny. I read like this. It was like a snippet in one of my communication books that like women, the way they communicate, or men, the way they communicate is very like to the point. Like, I'm communicating this information. I have the information. I'm done talking. And then women talk like they'll get the information and then they'll just keep talking their espresso. And I talk that way. I like talking just to talk. I love getting to know people.
Right.
And like I love just experiencing people in general is really nice. Like just getting to know a person, what makes them click, what are like some things that set them apart from everyone. It's really neat. So I usually talk to girls. Also, girls are cute. Just in general. So they're aesthetically pleasing. Man, I sound like a huge prick this podcast.
No, you've done fine. Look, if anyone's too sensitive to not, understand, then that's their problem.
That's the thing, is like our society is very like, in concept, is like very anti-shallowness. Where it's like, you shouldn't judge a person based on their looks. Like, no, you shouldn't. And like, a lot of stuff like that. And then people are like, oh, I'm not shallow, like, I'll talk to anyone. But then they totally don't. Like, if they match with somebody on Tinder and then they looked at it again, they were like, eh. I feel like I'm one of few people that are totally like, oh yeah, I'm totally shallow. Like, I'm not, like, shallow to the point where, like, I refuse to talk to you unless you're beautiful. But, like, if you're attractive, I'm more apt to talk to you. And I don't think that's a bad thing, necessarily. It's just a
Part of it, I
human
think, is
thing.
an evolutionary
Yeah, it's just a
thing.
human thing.
Yeah.
It's not even necessarily, oh, I'm getting a phone call. Hold on. Live air phone call. Hello? Hello? This is not. You guys have called me before. This is not Missy. I don't know a Missy. He responded alright and then hung up. I should talk about this. I got 3 phone calls in one day.
All right.
One time from similar numbers.
Right.
All from Gal Police. I
What?
should reiterate. I do know a Missy, but I talked to her like twice, and she lives across the street. Like, I'm not in close relation with Missy, so basically, I don't know her.
Right.
Anyways, I got a bunch of calls one day from someone. Like, I got a phone call. It was a guy, like it was there, like a real country dude, looking for Missy. I said, "This is not Missy. Sorry, you have the wrong number." He hung up. And then I get a call again from a woman. She's like, "Hi, I want to talk to Missy, please." And I was like, "You guys just called me. There's no Missy here." And Reagan was here, and she was sitting and she was talking. And the woman on the phone was like, "I can hear her. Just pass the phone to Missy." And I was like, I don't know who you're talking about. I was like, you were talking to a kid in college in the north of Ohio, like nowhere near you. I don't know Missy. And she just like kept going on and about like how this is the right number and she knows that this is the right number. I'm like, obviously it's not. I'm a Kent State student. I don't know who you are. Stop. And then she was like after like 5 minutes of this, she was like, "Where are you from? Are you from like the Gal Police area?" I was like, "Yeah, my dad lives there." And she's like, "That's probably it. It's just probably a wrong number." And I was like, "I said that. I didn't say this, but like I literally opened up with saying this is a wrong number." And she was insistent, like, I can hear her. Like, no, lady. Like, I don't understand how someone could be like, this is a wrong number, and like, no, I know it isn't, I can hear her. Like, that is any woman. Reagan was like, pass me the phone, and I was like, no, I'm just not gonna, because obviously these people are not gonna, like, they're gonna just get belligerent and angry about it. Because she was obviously annoyed that I was keeping her from talking to Missy, even though I don't know who the hell she's talking about.
Right.
So that was fun. And then I just got another call from the original dude asking for Missy.
When I first got
They're
my
gonna keep
phone-
calling me.
When I first got my phone, I I must have shared numbers with someone who owed some company a lot of money because
That's funny.
I was getting like 5 calls every like 10 minutes basically.
Damn.
So-
Did you eventually talk to them and be like, listen?
No, I
This is-
changed my phone number after the first day of having my phone.
Oh wow. Did you
Yeah.
have to pay extra for that?
No, I go through Net 10, so however it didn't cost money, and I liked my new number better than my old number.
Nice.
It was just a better number for me, I think. It fit me better.
This number says Sam.
Yeah.
No, the previous number just it didn't
It
do it
just
for me.
didn't,
It
yeah.
just didn't do it for me. I wonder if I could shoot a business card. No. The answer is no.
Hey, we had this song on our very first podcast.
Did we really?
Yeah,
How do you remember that?
because I'm unstoppable.
Is that what having a good memory gets you?
I don't know.
Unstoppability. Man, we're past an hour.
Yeah, we
And,
are, and
uh,
we're kind of fizzling, I
I
think.
feel like by using the songs as a background, we didn't really have to insert any
Yeah.
songs. Hey,
Yeah. songs.
English is fun.
It's okay.
It's been a good time, and
I think so.
I don't know. We'll maybe listen to a little bit of this later,
Let's clear the playlist, like get through the queue thing up here, and then talk to the end of this song.
all right, yeah, clear, done. Thanks, Sam.
Yep. I've never heard this song before.
It's a good song.
It seems pretty cool.
Remind me to put on Darts of Pleasure, and we'll listen to the bass line for that. This is Neutral Milk Hotel. I like them a lot, and I found out that it's very trendy to like them a lot.
I
Great.
understand. Yeah.
Yeah. You'll ever find that like you like a band, and then like you hate the people that like the band, so you're like shit. Because you
Kind of.
know that as soon as you're like, I like Neutral Milk Hotel, people
Everyone's like,
associate
oh,
you with
you-
that type of person.
Yeah. I like I'm trying to think. I guess that kind of happened to me with the Strokes because like I fell in enjoyment of the Strokes music and then turned out they were pretty popular.
Oh.
But
Go on.
not that really matters because it doesn't make me like their music any less.
World. Fair enough. That's how I am with Neutral Milk Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, like I said, I listen to it for the sound. Like, the words are good. Like, I know that they're very meaningful because they're, like, about the Holocaust. But, it doesn't take away from them for me. But, I just like to listen to it. I like his
Yeah.
voice. I don't know his name. I feel like I should know more of the musicians' names from
I
songs
don't
I
know.
listen
I
to.
feel like sometimes getting too close to the music, like the band, like
Too close to the
knowing
music.
too much about them, kind of
they'll track you down and be like...
doesn't really take
they'll be
away
like,
the music.
He
but
knows too much.
I think there's sometimes some bands that I just don't really want to know about. I just want to listen to the music and that's it.
Fair enough. Dude, this mechanism is really cool. I'm sure it's super simple,
Yeah.
but it's really cool to me. Triggers. I can never get a trigger to work. The card rifle had like that nail in the middle. It was just a nail through a board with a lot of space to move, just back and forth. And I had like, for all intents and purposes, it was a counterweight. It was another rubber band. Like I had the one that was strapped back on the top of or I had one strapped on the bottom to keep the nail like pointed forward in a trigger-like fashion. And then I had one on the top, and like the balance between the two was enough to where the trigger, like if I pulled it forward, it would fly off. The rubber band would fly off,
Right.
but also like it was just balanced to where it would actually keep if I didn't pull the trigger.
Uh-huh.
It was very delicate. I'm not sure. I guess I just fucked around until I got it.
Right.
And we are nearing the end of the song. So thank you for
listening.
Thank you for listening to the Go Ham Hour. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want any more.
That was almost unintelligible.
Sam, play me out. I'm panicking.
James is panicking.
Ah!
We're just gonna have to cut to that outro.
Ah!